to appreciate what you're doing, right? So then how they're taking care of their body. If body was up here, right here, I think how well is their body performing? Is their skill level at doing their job? Is it is this behavior positive or negative? Excuse me. Is it functioning to make you happy? So let's say somebody's a criminal. Let's say they're a thief or something, right? Well, they're pretty good at their job, right? Although it's negative, right? But their skill level is high, right? But it certainly there's no negative emotion because they shut off their emotion. Obviously, if they're a thief and they're hurting people and they shut that off, subvert that to subconscious rather than conscious, right? I want to teach them that, right? Get them out. We can maybe recruit a lot of criminals to join the non-criminal activity, right? And this box could do it. These boxes, this display. So the behavior is analyzed the same as the thought, right? Is the thought positive or negative? Is it functioning to for your happiness? And is there any emotion there, any purpose, right? It's three over and over again, right? There's only two here, but sorry, I couldn't think of another one to fit. But whether you're aware of what's happening and is it aligned, those are huge things to do. And we want this to be yes more and more, and this to be yes more and more, right? And this will get them there, right? So then as they go down the box, interpreting their experience, right? This way they're coming out of their body, right? They're looking inside their thoughts, inside their brain, maybe down the spine a little bit, into the chest, and then into their body, how their bodies function, they have any pain, their muscles strong and functioning. And then that behavior, what's the power and the grace level? What's the strength, speed, and endurance and skill, knowledge, and wisdom of this behavior while I'm doing my work Monday through Friday, right? Is it medium or low? Can we get more skill, more knowledge, right? And when they look at their life and they analyze it, and they're able to see a video of themselves, all of a sudden I would see a 62-year-old, kind of handsome, doing my work, right? And I'd push a button here, and I'd see myself performing at a higher level. That's down in the video. I'm going to show you that in a later, right? But this is amazing. This is going to help somebody. And when they get done with analyzing their power and grace, their ability to do their work wherever they are, then they say, well, my work environment, my home, my car, my possessions, am I taking care of my habitat, ability to level, high, low? If you get your feng shui going, you got a high here, right? If you hang on and you need to declutter, you got a low here, right? Pretty simple. If you've got it organized, then you're okay. But if you make it beautiful and organized, that's where you're maximizing your experience. This is what this is going to teach. These are just other ideas I'm not going to cover out here. This is an important one because when they're looking at their life, they're looking at this moment, they're looking at their self-talk habits while they're at work, right? And they've analyzed it. Maybe they got 8, 9, 10 of them that they cycle through about their life, about things that are negative in their life or positive in life, or maybe just things they're interested. Maybe they're a sports fan and they're thinking about their sports team, right? Well, they analyze these. Is it functioning to make them happy? They could be thinking about their grandkids, right? So they look at all these options, right? Well, then I lost my train of thought. So then they would choose a higher level. Here we go. So once they look at this, then they would look at other options. And that's where we'd go down to this other page right here. So this page, they would start here, right? They would start here. They'd see all their life, right? Elements of ability, power and grace. And they're looking at this one self-talk habit, right? And all of a sudden they go here. Now they're thinking about money. They have another level of focus, right? It's expanded, power and grace, right? The video's over here. But if they want to look at the video, then they go down. Well, they're not looking at the video yet. This is where they look at the video. This one here, right? So now they're looking at the experience that they're in. The better option is not on this page, but they look at the experience. They analyze the experience in detail. How are they taking care of their life in this moment? And then they can watch an animated video of themselves. And of course, we'll have the back end be adapted to be able to pick every age and type of person. We can pick children of every ethnicity to old people like me or older, right? And so maybe we have some Chinese woman that's 25, and she's a young mother, and she's married to African American guy that's 30, right? And they have kids, right? And she wants to be a better mom, so she's thinking about the fact, how do I do it? Interacting with my kid after a hard day of work, right? And they would look at this, they'd analyze everything in a finite level. They don't have to, but it's there for them to do. And the fact that they do every single experience interpreted exactly the same way, and it's always sets of threes, they develop this. What this is also going to do, I believe, is that the fact that they're thinking the same way about all this stuff, the synaptic pathways inside their brain will become denser, because they'll be processing information down the same path of movement, nutrition, and rest, awareness, create, and appreciate, over and over again. And so they'll be developing this density and this clarity and the strength of consciousness to stay focused and present with the highest level of ability that they can imagine and practice and do in their daily life. So they can watch the video. And as they click at a higher level here and here, excuse me, it's click a higher level, they can actually see the subtle changes going from medium to medium high to low. And naturally, when somebody gets to high, it's always full of love and clarity. They're always present, aligned. They never hold a grudge. They always love and forgive, accept differences in people. And they're always graceful and powerful and skillful and connected and making a significant contribution to wherever they go, because they're so strong and graceful, full of love and wisdom. That's what this will lead to, because of all of these distinctions. You see, anybody, I hope, even a criminal, let's say somebody's doing crime because, hey, they just had a rough life and that's what they did, right? And all of a sudden they can watch this video and they can see themselves stopping doing crime, and they can see the impact of the negativity on their self-esteem for doing hurtful things to other people. All of a sudden they look and explore, they see a video of themselves doing loving and kind things at a higher level. So they're experiencing the powerful self-esteem of being loving and graceful and strong. And that could convert some criminals. We could improve our world significantly with this design. This is TED, technology, education, or entertainment, and design. And this is the design that simplifies it and makes everything useful. And I believe it's going to be significant. I believe we can help billions of people in less than 5 years. And I believe that in the next 10 to 20 years, it's going to change the world. It's going to make people smarter. The reason that people get preyed on, I humbly say that the Trump followers that went to Washington and were misguided. I hope the voting was honest and direct. As a guy in Vallejo, you got to trust, right? But you assume that it's a good. That's why we lost. I'm a Democrat, and so Trump won. We let him go. Trump didn't want to accept it. Think about all those people that are hurt. They can look at these options, and they see options of somebody that's following the lead of somebody without proof, and that lead causes them to think negative thoughts about other people that differ from them. This could sway a lot of them people, maybe all of them, but certainly a bunch of them that are kind of following, right? Well, if all of a sudden they see the path that they're following is not well grounded, we could get them to be Democrats. Anyway, that's true. That's what I believe. I certainly don't know for sure which one's better. I know what my beliefs are.